I'm Muchismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Thank you, everyone. Keep subscribing, keep liking, and keep sharing the videos. Do appreciate them. We need more people to know what we're doing. We need more people to know what they're going through. This is not going to stop, so we're not stopping. The narcissist kills multiple relationships with one stone. I was going to say two birds with one stone, but we're not birds. As Tia on the NPD, the real T on the NPD, she says them birds. So I don't want to use that verbiage. Call the narcissist birds. So they are very effective in destroying multiple relationships all at once, simultaneously, seemingly. Because when the narcissist comes into your life and begins to smear you, as they smear you on the way out, what tends to happen, they will break often the bonds that you have formed over years. Years you've formed bonds with friends, family members, close confidants, people who you hold in high esteem. The narcissist specifically targets these people to both smear your name with, and this is how they kill two or more people with their one stone of the smear. They're smearing you to the person or people you hold and you value in a very major way. They're smearing you, but in essence, that smear is supposed to break you down, diminish your character and the way people perceive you and know you, and it also breaks that person's spirit down that they're who are the recipient of the smear. Having them dislike you, disassociated with you, having them going through all kinds of stresses in their own personal life because now they've had to decide or determine to break ties with you off of this information that is oftentimes very untrue, and you may have spoke in confidence with the narcissist about something that you didn't expect it to go any further than you and the narcissist, and you didn't say it maliciously, but in a very conniving way. The narcissist will leverage any and everything. Let's say you said something highly complimentary of that person that you hold in high esteem. They will twist that and give a negative connotation on that. It will be exactly what you said, but it won't be with the negative connotation. Say you say, I like Jenny. She is a great person. I think she's a hard worker. I think she's a very dedicated human being. They will say, Jenny, he says you're lazy, or she says you're lazy. You're very undependable, unreliable. And so you see how this goes across, and you, the recipient, you're none the wiser, because what happens is when someone brings us this negative information, it first of all catches us off guard. We're not prepared for it mentally, and so our brain does somewhat of a confused trauma. And so we don't readily, or we may assume that I can't fathom this person saying this about me, but something overrides that thought process, because guess what? The insulation that the narcissist has secreted in your life, that is what gets them over that hump. That's what gets them to persuade you, because they've groomed you alongside the supply they have. You've been groomed just as much as the supply that they're bad mouthing. So they're simultaneously grooming everybody, every chess piece in the game that they're playing. We are real people. We're living our lives. We're being transparent as much as we can. We're being authentic. So now these people who are the recipient of the smear that they've been giving, the smear that the narcissist is giving to you, equally they are saying bad things about the supply to the recipient. So this breaks down that union, that friendship, that bond that was there before the narcissist showed up. So now you can see how they're simultaneously tearing down your house of cards. You know, these are relationships you've formed sometimes your whole life. And in a blink of an eye, and a lot of times that person will just cut you off. So it's not always because we awakened that people stop hanging around us or coming around us in and of themselves on their own accord. They see something different from emitting from us. They see something coming from us as far as energy or energetically, but we don't know that the narcissist has loaded them up and smeared both us, but using negative statements to the recipient that we said and putting our endorsement on it. So that look and that standoffishness coming from that friend is both, you're looking different, you're moving different, and so now they are convinced that you must have said this, you must have done this because you're moving differently. You understand what I'm trying to say, people? You are moving different because you're awake, but the narcissist has capitalized on the smear. They are smearing you, and they are simultaneously breaking down that friendship and that union you formed with your family, friend, associate. And now everyone's stalemate. And you, the awakened empath and chosen one, you're probably the first to initiate a communication with that friend, you surmising that you still have, but unbeknownst to you, that the narcissist has broke ties with that. They've come in there and cut the cord on that friendship. And so you inquire, Jenny, what's going on? You don't come around, you don't talk to me that much. What's going on? You're awake. You just want to give Jenny the benefit of the doubt. You know she's moving funny. She perceives you moving funny. And in fact, you both are right. But now you want to know why Jenny is moving funny. So you cordially ask her. I don't want to talk about it. So Jenny has formed this wall. Excuse me. Jenny has formed a wall, has insulated herself, she became mute. She doesn't want to talk to you at all to begin with. Nonetheless, she doesn't want to break down what's been told to her, because the narcissist may say something like, don't say nothing about it, but they said you XYZ, and they were always talking about you. And I was telling them, if that's the way you feel, maybe you should tell them. That is what they're doing. They're putting your name on that negative statement, and you never said it. You never put them in a bad light. So the narcissist is killing 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes even groups. Even when you get fired from that job, the whole plant or the whole company, half of the company in which you work, knows the same thing, which is all untrue. But you don't know what they know. You go into work and you can see people are moving different. I saw it. And I knew something was being cooked up. I was awake when I went to that job. I knew I had to bob and weave and I had to maneuver. I knew it. I'm just not good at playing face. But I did the best I could, I guess, knowing I was on borrowed time. But my whole point is, intuition of awakened empaths is on fire. I've said it millions of times. We see things we're not even looking for. Because our eyes are opened in a fresh way. We don't have distractions. It's almost like a heat-seeking missile type mindset that we have. Our mind's not clouded anymore. And we have that sense that something's not right. So we take in through our senses, our visual, body language, all these things help to confirm our suspicions and what our intuition is telling us. Our intuition is like our Tesla self-driving car. The autonomy is off the Richter. And not only do we see it, we move accordingly, and we may give a nonchalant glare, and right away, the coward in that individual that knows what you don't know, they immediately turn and shift, and that confirms to you that something's fishy going on. This thing is crazy, guys. It's really crazy. It's something that if we didn't know what we know and how we know it, we would actually think we were talking crazy. And we also are very aware of the skeptics. We're also very aware of people are going to come at us and do and say and surmise what they want. It's not going to stop us. We are going from where we came from to where we know we're supposed to go. We're not coming from where we came from just to go back to that. Them, on the contrary, the demon-possessed narcissist is going right back to their vomit. Regurgitating. They're going back to the same old lame-o. And the weird thing is they can't never come to their senses that, wow, this is the same vomit. Like the Bible said, dog returns to its vomit. It returns to its vomit. Yeah, man, they are not as clever as they think they are. Only thing that makes them effective is people being asleep and unawares. And God is affording us new ways and new avenues to inform. And we're utilizing everything at our disposal to try to help elevate, educate, and help people vibrate in the way that they should, and help them salvage the life that they have. It's a calling that a lot of us understand that comes with a lot of hiccups. We went hard with the narcissist who's thinking that we're not going to go hard in this. It is just what we do. We're going hard as much as we're compelled by the Spirit of God. It is something in us that is leading us to do what we do, and it's only by the hand of God that we're able to do it. And I don't want to say they're praying, they're hoping. They're hoping. Not only that we lose the fight, that we lose the interest, we lose the energy, we lose the fire. I don't know if you guys knew this, and I've heard it here or there. I'm actually going to go on my phone because I was talking to somebody today about fires, and I said this, not investigating it myself, but I think I will, because I always sponge off of very, very interesting information. And did you know the California wildfires, when they become so great and uncontained and uncontrollable, do you know they purposely set larger fires? Or should I say, smaller fires. It could be one or the other. But they set fires in order to starve that fire. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy on the surface. But when I go and investigate it, it's going to make perfect sense, I'm sure. I've been told because it starves that other fire of its oxygen. And that's exactly what we are. We are the fire starters to put out the fire they started. That being said, bless.